New Anthony Scouts, Wonderkid, interest to feast your eye on. Greek, exceptionally young, gifted teenager, Konstantinos Karetsas, 17 years old, and a wonderful profile. Only burst onto the scene for the past couple seasons, but already he's showcasing some elite attributes, elite capabilities, elite mentality. At 17, is remarkable. A bit of a backstory on him: he was born in Belgium to Greek parents, so he could have easily been a Belgian national, performing under Roberto Martinez alongside De Bruyne and Lukaku and all them man. But no, he chose to represent Greece only recently, and he's really doing a tremendous job. I think he's made a correct decision. Greece are producing some really exciting young talents right now. Christos Sofiris, Konstantinos Koulirakis from Wolfsburg. Christos Sofiris, Christos Mouzakitis, Giannis Konstantelias. I think, yeah, these players are truly exceptional. But I think Karetsas is arguably the best of the lot. A pure number 10, a fantastic young talent. You could also play the right wing as well. So coming onto his left foot. But he is ambidextrous, so he can use both feet to a really, really top level. Again, he's a short, nimble player. So, he's not the most physically imposing. He's not someone that will actually stand out first and foremost when they're on the pitch. But what he lacks in a physical presence, he makes up for in his technique, his dribbling ability, his ball control, the way he moves, the way he operates in those half spaces in the final third. That's what we often your number 10s to have positional intelligence, finding those pockets, finding areas in the final third to hurt opposition defenses. Karetsas has that intelligence already at 17, which is special. I think this kid is on his way to the top. I do think his agent will be fielding a few calls over the next year or so. Playing for a side Genk in Belgium, he won't be getting as much, of a limelight, a spotlight. But Genk do really produce some really exceptional young talents, as we've seen over the past 10 years. And I do think Karetsas could be the best of the lot, as I've said before. I think this kid is really, really special. A talent to feast your eye on, a talent to watch. And Greece will be making some headlines on the international stage over the next years or so. And Karetsas will be one of those names making headlines again. But yeah, Konstantinos Karetsas, remember the name. Truly, truly special.